everyone, Path 11 just dropped. If you guys didn't know, Path 11 releases every year during the Halloween, but usually in mid-Halloween event. And it just happens to be today. So in this video, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to win Path 11 as well as getting the Dutchman Paragon. Yes, you can get Dutchman Paragon on this Path 11. So if you're looking to claim that Paragon access, then you know, this video is for you. Before we get started, if this is your first time watching me, then hello to you, my name is Eric and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos and also tap the bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos. If you did that, thank you so much. So wholesome. And now, let's get on with this guide. So just a few things about this path. For the towers that you're gonna have is all random. And you could play this with up to 3 players. And now let's get on to the question of what towers would actually help you in this path. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you could beat this in different ways. But in this video, I'm just telling you how me and my team beat it. So while we're playing this, the typical towers that we're looking for are Sun Temple, Orbital Cannon, Poseidon's Tomb, maybe Lords, Railguns, Rail Minis, Scary Missile Pods. And if those towers would definitely help you into winning this path. Not everyone has to have these towers in their loadout. Sometimes I would get like submarine or mortar. The reason that we don't really use mortar or egg launcher is that the bullets in this map have gravity. Since we're like underwater, obviously everything's gonna shoot slower except for a few towers like Sun Temple, Railgun, Poseidon's Tomb. But any other else like egg launcher, mortar, if you guys ever try to place them in the map, you will notice that the tower's animation is slightly slower than normal. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Personally, that's what we did. We stick to the ones that directly shoots right away. And let's say you have your loadout and your team is ready to win this path. Here's a quick breakdown on how we managed to beat this. I'm just gonna explain to you guys the typical idea that we have on how we beat this. It doesn't really have to be exact as to how we did it in this video, but for the first few waves, we were focusing mainly on splash. If you have anyone in your team that has orbital cannon, that's very good. You would end up with a lot of health because if you guys didn't know, in wave 1, you get spammed with so many lightning cubes that would drain you so much that you could die on the following waves. So personally, me and my team suggested OC and maybe playing around with the targeting. For me, I changed the targeting to close just because my orbital cannon was in between a lot of intersections, so I'm assuming that the splash range would definitely hit more cubes. And once the first wave ends, if we have one person with temple, that person's gonna focus on temple. Second person is gonna focus on possibly tombs if they have tombs. If not, anything with splash tower should be fine, but still preferably having a tomb. And the third person, which is me, I just focus on my orbital cannons inside the pools. By the way, we placed towers first on these tiny pools in the beginning of the match just because these towers give 50% damage and 50% more fire rate, which is really good, especially for early game. We definitely need that fire rate. So let's say you successfully made it through the waves. The temple person finally makes 3 temples. The tomb person is working on their tombs. And me being the third person, I typically wait for the temple person to finish their temples before I could start making my own temples if I happen to have temples as well. The way you need to think about this game mode is that you can't really have just sun temples in your map because if you do that, you will eventually die to reflective eels. If you guys didn't know, those are sun cubes, meaning sun temples cannot hit them, and if you don't have any other defenses other than sun temple, you're gonna die. Like goodbye. So that's pretty much it. And the match typically goes smooth all the way up to wave 16. In this wave, there's a ton of spam in the map and you gotta make sure that you have a lot of splash as possible and everyone's towers are already placed down. If someone in your team's lacking money or they need help with the money, then be sure to donate them. Like don't be greedy, okay? For wave 16 as well, just a tip for you guys. If you have more than one person with a Poseidon's Tomb in the team, that would definitely help you kill the spam just because they have the chain, and if you have people with orbital cannons, that would help with the splash and damaging multiple cubes at once. And now we get into the last wave. In this wave, the boss is gonna spawn, and if you didn't know, the boss is this big boy right here, Big Chunk. He is extremely slow. However, you might want to kill him as fast as you could because this year, you cannot freeze him anymore. You cannot slow him down anymore. You gotta kill him as fast as you can. What my team did is whoever had the lords, we had them placed down and target the Big Chunk as soon as he spawned in. As we're damaging him, there's also other cubes that are spawning in the map and these ones could kill you. You might think like these cubes are just like, oh, tiny baby cubes, so wholesome. But no, these people right here here are very sneaky, so make sure you're killing them as well. When the big chunk gets into like halfway of its path, me and my team recommended having at least 1 or 2 sun samples on last, or it could be like 1 tomb as well. It's really up to you. We were basically just messing with the towers, see what works best, so we had like a mix of temples on last, some towers on last, and the purpose of this is that we're trying to kill those spawns behind big chunk, or at least damage it with at least more than half of its health, so that by the time those spawns come in front of the chunk, it doesn't just distract your towers and make it to the end of the path, which would kill you. If you guys have any questions about this, then feel free to let me know in the comment section and I'll be reading them. And once you win the path, then congratulations, you finally own the Dutchman Paragon. I already have it, so it didn't appear on my screen, but my friend did not have it, and this is his picture. Congratulations. And now I'm gonna be playing guys the full gameplay of this, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And by the way, I have the video for all of the paths 1 through 10 and Hades Pit. It's just that I'm really slow at editing, so that would probably be coming soon, so stay tuned for that one. And now let's play the gameplay.